like a garden gnome right now. What's up, guys? Today is Monday. I don't even know what day it is anymore, to be honest. This whole quarantine lockdown thing just has me all kinds of confused. Anyway, I'm gonna take you guys through a full day of eating. I did start my cut yesterday, and I will kind of explain a little bit more as to like what I'm doing. But first, I just woke up. I'm gonna go get ready, get showered, actually look somewhat presentable. I will be back in a second. So I am going to let my hair air dry, and I will put on my makeup later, and I will show you what I use. But I am really hungry, so I'm gonna make my breakfast. I am gonna have what I had yesterday. It's already programmed into my Fitness Pal, so I'm just gonna look it up there. But I do find it a lot easier. Maybe it's just me, but I plan my meals out ahead of time, like the night before, to be able to fit my calories and my macros for the next day. I just find it like easier because I'm not sitting here trying to like just kind of eat what I want throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, when I'm lacking in certain macros and I have to eat them, I like am not scrambling to try to find a food that fits within them. So it's just easier for me to plan it out, but to each their own, you know? So I am going to make oatmeal with some peanut butter and then a protein shake, and I will show you guys how I make that. It's really freaking good. So normally I would be using these oats for my oatmeal, just regular plain oats, but we are out, if you can't hear it. So I'm just gonna use one of these packets of oatmeal today and still add the peanut butter. So this is a very carb heavy meal for me. I did make it that way with the intention of working out right after, you know, this meal and before my next, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that today. So we'll see. But I do have a decent amount of carbs, and I'm gonna use orange juice instead of like water or almond milk, just because I really like the taste of it. Peanut butter right here, and don't come at me for how I eat my oatmeal. I know it's not the way that you're supposed to do it, but I like it that way, so that's how I'm gonna eat it. Don't come at me. Don't at me. And I almost forgot, before I eat any of this, I am gonna drink a full glass of water because it's like a habit I'm trying to form. I do it most mornings, but some mornings I do forget. And it is easier, fun fact, to chug water with a straw. So if you have access, I highly recommend, because it's just so much easier just to get the water down. So all in all, this meal comes out to 740 calories. And the macros are 92 carb, 20 fat, and 53 protein. Oh my god, I feel like I need to change. Like, it is so hot in here. It's like 75 degrees in this house right now. AC is not on yet. That's okay though, I'll change in a second. So I just finished eating. I went in and washed my face. This is what I used. For anyone who is gonna ask, I'm sure that there are better products out there. I just really like the smell of this because it smells like lemons. Makes me just feel clean, you know? I'm going to put on a little bit of something because my face is like super red. I normally like don't wear, I have my mirror right here. So just in case you guys are like, what is she looking at? So yeah, like I don't normally wear makeup, especially if I have to like work out later in the day, because then I just have to take it off and I feel like it's a waste. But Fit Cover is powder foundation that is made to be able to sweat in and work out in. So I love it so much. This is their serum that I'm using right now. Oh my God. This mirror is too low, I can't see. My face is about to get really red, so I'm sorry if this just looks weird. I just wanted to come on here and chat about leaning out, cutting. I'm very excited. I haven't done this in a while. So when I first started my fitness journey, I started off cutting. I didn't really know which one to do. I knew that I wanted to build muscle, but I just felt like I needed to get rid of like some excess weight before I started adding on to it. So I started off cutting, and of course, like everyone in their fitness journey, when they first start out, like you make mistakes, you do things wrong. So I did it so wrong. So wrong. I cut my calories like right away, like dropped them. And for those 12 weeks, I don't think I have ever been hungrier in my life. I just kept cutting calories, adding cardio. I was eating somewhere around 1,400 calories in the middle of my cut, and I was just miserable. Like all I could think about was food. All I could think about was the next time I was gonna eat. I definitely lost a lot of muscle in the process of that whole thing. And I just, you know, I did it very wrong. I allowed myself to have cheat meals. Every 10 days, I think it was, I had one cheat meal. But guys, when I tell you that I ate so much food in that cheat meal that it brought me out of my deficit, I'm not lying. I remember one time I had a 2-pound burrito, 2 whoopie pies, and a brownie like sundae from Brewster's, which is like, I don't know if that's like a thing, but it's a thing in like Central PA. I mean, I was starving. I was so hungry all the time. When I bulked again, or when I started like my bulking process, everything kind of regulated, got back to normal. I bulked for about 9 months, and then I decided to cut again. I didn't want to go as severe as I did the time before, so I definitely learned a lot more. I did my research, and I was cutting calories a lot slower and adding cardio in slowly, but at the same time, it like wasn't slow enough. And whenever I would hit a plateau, I would just like immediately drop some calories. I am very like in my head when I cut. I know that it's like, a lot of people think losing weight is just like one of these kind of processes. No, it's like this. So you gotta remind yourself like not to get hard on yourself. The problem with my last 2 cuts is that I always had like a time limit. I was always like, okay, 12-week cut, we're gonna do it. After that, I started bulking up again, and I was gonna cut that next summer, and I was like, you know what? No, like I'm building a lot of strength. I don't want that strength to go away. I'm gonna continue this for another year. The plan was last summer to cut. I ended up getting hurt, and Dakota was doing his first competition, so he was on prep. The 2 of us in a caloric deficit together, I just wasn't sure, you know, we hadn't done that before. So I just didn't want to risk anything. Can you imagine 2 hangry weightlifters? No, I can't. This year I was like, you know what? I wanna lean out. I'm tired of feeling like bulky. I'm tired of feeling kind of a little sluggish, I guess. Sorry, I'm trying to get this powder out. Hopefully this is like one of the last times that I go through this process, because I do honestly want to get to a point where like I had bulked, I cut, and then I just kind of maintain. My plan is to go very slow and steady with this. What is going on? Oh, I had it covered. So like the holes were covered, so no powder was coming out. Good one, Kiri. This whole quarantine thing has really like kind of messed up my eating. I have still been tracking, but I haven't been like purposefully tracking. I've just been kind of eating something and putting it in MyFitnessPal. I haven't been hitting calories. I've been eating like way less than maintenance, but I've also been very sedentary. You know, I haven't been consistent. I've been eating anywhere from like 1,700 to like 2,500 calories a day. I calculated out my maintenance calories, which is around 2,350, 2,400. I'm gonna eat at that for like a week or 2, probably 2, just to get my body acclimated to some kind of like steady, normal thing. From there, I'm going to slowly cut my calories, which has been a thing that I have not done in the past. I've usually just cut 500 calories out per day and then called it a day, cutting 10% of my calories. I haven't added in any like extra cardio yet. I'm doing like maybe 1 to 2 sessions a week. I want to be able to like utilize cardio as a tool further down the line of my cut when I do end up stalling out, because it is inevitable. You know, your body is gonna kind of hit a plateau at some point. Obviously, I'm gonna miss having that extra energy, those extra calories to kind of play with like fun foods, but I am just kind of uncomfy in my body right now. And I've been uncomfy for a little bit because I've been bulking for so long. I'm weighing upwards of like 165, 170 right now. When I first started my fitness journey, I was 130. Definitely changed a lot. I freaking love this foundation. Like, I'm mind blown. Like, I've never, ever used a powder foundation that isn't cakey besides this one. Like, this is insane. Unfortunately, my mascara is in Dakota's car. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of come on here and explain what's going on. On another note, I have not been able to lift heavy in like a month. It sucks. I love lifting heavy. I love heavy deads. I love heavy squats. I have an injury right now. My SI joint is all out of whack. I'm going to PT. It's been about a month, and things get better day by day. It's a slow process, so I don't want to push myself and end up just like hurting myself again or stalling my process or anything like that. So I'm being very careful. I'm doing what I can. And honestly, like, this is probably a good time for this injury to have happened. I mean, obviously it's never a good time for an injury to occur, but given that we're in lockdown and that we don't really like have access to a gym, it's not like I can go in and like push myself further than I normally would or like get in my own head. Like, I have very minimal equipment here and I use what I can, and I know it hurts and I'm not gonna do it. I need to do my eyebrows. So I don't know if you can tell, but like so this one is normal, but this eyebrow has gray in it, so it almost looks like I don't have hair from far away there, and it makes it like look lopsided. But I don't know what happened, but one day my eyebrow was like super red and itchy when I was little, and then the next day my hair turned gray. I really don't know what it was. I have absolutely no idea to this day, but all I know is that I got an old lady eyebrow on one eyebrow. When I film, sometimes I'll like rewatch the clip and I'll be like, wow, I literally look like I'm like this the whole time. Just enough so that you can tell that I have an eyebrow. That's really all I want out of this. I feel like I'm losing hair over here too. Maybe it's stress. Maybe I'm just stressed out. I feel like it'd be really awesome to be able to like actually do makeup like well. That's just not me, girl. So I do have a lot of studying and schoolwork to do today because it's finals week, remote learning style. I do have like a proctored final tomorrow, which stresses me out so much just because it like records you while you're taking your exam, and I just get so like freaked out because if you like even move the slightest, it'll flag you. And last time I took a proctored exam online, I took a sip of coffee and I realized that I wasn't allowed to do that because it'll flag me for like turning and whatever. So I like awkwardly picked up the coffee and like put it in the camera and just showed the cup, and then like I put it back down and went back to taking my exam. It's like seeing myself on screen while I'm taking my exam just like weirds me out. I have a paper due Wednesday that I gotta start like ASAP Rocky. So I'm gonna make my next meal in like maybe an hour or two, get ready to lift, and then do schoolwork for the rest of the night. So that is my plan for the day. Okay, so I am going to make meal number 2 now. I am going to grill some salmon.
Bye, babe.
Bye. Thanks for turning on the grill for me. I don't know how to turn on this grill, so he had to do it for me before he heads out. 9 ounces of raw salmon, or 9.5 ounces of raw salmon, and then I got greens and rice and everything that I'm going to also put together. You'll see. But for now, this is heating up. I'm gonna put some tin foil on and go get the fish. Okay, so we have the salmon. There's a little bit of rice under there too, green beans, and then balsamic vinaigrette all over it. This comes out to 3 ounces of green beans, 50 grams of rice, half of a tablespoon of balsamic vinaigrette, and 9.5 ounces of raw salmon. Is 519 calories, 22 carb, 20 fat, and 56 protein. Excuse the lighting in here, it's not the greatest. I just got like very tired all of a sudden. Nonetheless, I'm going to work out now. I figured I would show you guys what I'm working with, what I have access to right now for the rest of this week, slash what I've had access to for the duration of this lockdown. But we have a dumbbell rack over here. We don't have like every weight. We actually are missing some. So it has like 10s, 15s. There's no 20s, but there's 25s. There's no 30s, but there's 35s. And I think that the max weight is 50 that it goes up to. Over here, we have a bench, and it's only supposed to be a bench because this thing is in the way. So trying to get under there to squat is so difficult. So usually when I do squat, I'll have to like maneuver myself all weird. That is the box that Dee made me for hip thrusting, which I do over here in our little makeshift deadlift platform. These are just like foamy, I guess. Pads, they were like $8 for a pack of 4. So we got 2 of those. And then mirror, mirror. And then this is really innovative. His dad made this. I definitely would not have come up with this, but here's the handle, and then the pulley goes all the way through the ceiling, down, and then you attach some weights. So you have a high pulley, and then over here you have a low pulley. This one's not quite as stable given the whole, you know, setup going on there. This thing is kind of sketchy sometimes, so I don't really use this at all. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're working with, and I'm very fortunate to be able to have access to even this kind of stuff. Today I have, I think, my quad focus leg day. Before I do, I'm gonna take the Bomar Nutrition non-stim pre. I try to like limit my caffeine intake. This is like perfect for me, and it tastes so freaking good. So this isn't the fanciest or anything, but I just have 6 ounces of ground beef weighed raw, a serving and a half of shredded cheese, and then I have some taco shells. I'm gonna have like 2 and then just eat the rest by itself. And I also have taco sauce that I have to get, but the macros on that, 645 calories, 27 carb, 37 fat, and 46 protein. Did you get all your meals in?
Yes.
You did?
It did.
Good job.
I feel good. Very tired though.
Yeah, I'm really tired. I am making my last meal. It's really late, and I'm really tired, but things ran a little late today, so I'm making a homemade version of the strawberry poppy seed and chicken salad that you can get from Panera. I used to like live off of those things, so I already have the lettuce. I cut up my strawberries. I'm cooking some chicken. Ooh. Good. Camera's about to die. So here's the lettuce I use. It's just really simple bagged lettuce, strawberries, and then some pineapple, mandarin oranges, and then this lemon poppy seed salad dressing. Here's everything all in the bowl. All I have to do is add in the chicken, but I wanted to come on and show you the macros. So it is 44 carb, 13 fat, and 29 protein, and 428 calories total. So he always does that. He just like flops. He's looking at me like I'm so sick of you. All right guys, so that is going to conclude today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I know that I got a ton of requests for a full day of eating, and I'm so happy that I finally got to film it and that my eating is just a little more consistent now. This is what it's gonna look like for me for the next couple weeks, and I'm really, really excited to progress in this cut and just kind of you know, see how much progress I can make. It's gonna be really fun. So if you wanna follow along, I will be posting all of the progress on Instagram. Also, if you guys have any comments or suggestions or anything for my next video, please let me know. You can leave it in the comments below. Or also, my Instagram DMs are always open, so please do not hesitate to reach out through there. I'll leave the @ right here. And then I will also put it in the description box below. I will also put my other links in the description box, so if you choose to support me and shop through them, thank you so much. It means the absolute world to me. So I hope you enjoy this, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Until then, guys,